Listen closely because every small business owner needs to hear this. Your email has become the primary target for sophisticated financial theft. Not your credit card, not your bank account, your email. They have figured out that it is easier to trick you into sending them money than it is to steal it directly. They have weaponized trust itself. They study your vendors, copy their invoice formats, and time their attacks perfectly. Small businesses often lose their entire life savings in a single attack. The criminals are betting that you will pay first and verify later. Are they right? Remember when email was supposed to make business simpler? It did, for criminals too. Back in the 1990s, email promised to connect small companies with customers and suppliers around the world. Just instant, professional communication that made tiny businesses look as credible as Fortune 500 companies. Email became the great business equalizer. A mom-and-pop shop could negotiate deals with international suppliers just as easily as major corporations. Small business owners could send quotes, confirm orders, and handle payments all through their computer. Email created a level of trust and formality that phone calls could not match. You had written records. Everything felt official and legitimate. This trust system worked perfectly for business, but it also created the perfect hunting ground for criminals. Criminals realized something that changed everything. Breaking into buildings was risky and difficult. Getting you to trust a fake email address? Much easier. They discovered they did not need lockpicks or weapons. They just needed to convince you that an email came from someone you trusted. Those obvious Nigerian prince scams gave way to something far more dangerous. Criminals began studying real businesses, learning how they communicated, understanding their relationships with vendors and clients. They crafted emails that looked exactly like the ones you received every day from legitimate partners. Criminals weaponized the very efficiency that made email attractive to businesses. Email speed meant you could make quick decisions and keep business moving. But that same speed became their weapon when they created false urgency around fake invoices or emergency wire transfers. In business settings, we naturally trust emails more than phone calls or random texts. Email feels official, documented, professional. Here is the shocking truth. Your email inbox is now more valuable to criminals than your physical cash register. They can steal thousands from your bank account without ever stepping foot near your building. They just need you to click, download, or respond to the wrong message. When was the last time someone robbed a business by physically walking in and demanding money? It happens, but it is rare. Now think about how many emails you get each day from vendors, clients, and partners requesting payments, asking for information, or sending invoices. Each one represents a potential entry point for criminals who have perfected the art of digital impersonation. The tool that was meant to protect your business communications has become their primary weapon against you. What if I told you criminals are studying your business right now, learning your habits, your vendors, even your payment schedules? They are not sitting in dark rooms randomly sending spam. They are building detailed files on companies just like yours. This is called business email compromise, or BEC. These criminals pick specific targets and study them for weeks before making their move. The FBI tracked these attacks. BEC scams cost businesses $43 billion from 2016 to 2021 alone. That is not a typo, $43 billion. A typical small business loses between $25,000 and $100,000 in a single attack. Before we go further, I want to ask you something. Think about the last invoice you paid without calling to verify it first. Maybe it was from your regular office supply vendor or your monthly software subscription. How closely did you look at that email address? Drop a comment and tell me what made you trust that invoice was real. Your answer might surprise you. Here's exactly how criminals build their attack plans. They scroll through your LinkedIn company page to learn employee names and job titles. They check your Facebook business page to see recent partnerships or new hires. Every post you make gives them more intelligence to work with. The invoice fraud technique works because criminals perfectly copy your trusted suppliers' formats. They match the exact fonts, logos, and payment terms you see every month. They time these fake invoices to arrive right when real payments are due. Your accounting person sees an invoice that looks identical to the legitimate ones they have paid dozens of times before. Executive impersonation takes this further. Criminals pose as your CEO or CFO, requesting urgent wire transfers. They study your executive's writing style from public interviews or press releases. The fake email arrives at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday, creating pressure to act fast before the weekend. Every excuse is designed to make you skip the phone call that would expose the scam. Once they send that first email, you have minutes, not hours, to catch the deception. What is the difference between annoying spam and business email compromise? BEC is personal, researched, and designed specifically to fool you. Have you ever received a suspicious invoice or email that just felt off? Most business owners have experienced that gut feeling, but dismissed it as paranoia. That feeling might have saved you from losing thousands of dollars. Here is what criminals do to make their attacks feel completely normal. They turn your own social media posts into weapons against you. A simple LinkedIn post about a new partnership becomes intelligence for a future attack. You announce your company just signed a contract with ABC Supplies. 6 weeks later, you get an invoice from ABC Supplies that looks perfect. Same logo, same payment terms, same contact information. The only problem? They didn't send it. Criminals time their attacks around holidays, busy seasons, or when key employees are out of office. They watch your social media for posts about vacation time, conference travel, or staff changes. They strike during your busiest sales season when you are processing dozens of invoices quickly. They register domains that are one letter different from your real vendors. Instead of abc-supplies.com, they use abc-supply.com or abcsupplies.net. Your email system will not catch the difference, and neither will your busy staff member who is rushing to process payments before the weekend. They copy exact invoice formats, payment terms, and even specific language patterns from real vendors. They build a complete picture of your business operations from your own public posts. Every employee photo, every partnership announcement, every vendor mention becomes part of their attack strategy. They know your business almost as well as you do. Remember what I said at the beginning. Criminals have made your email their primary target for sophisticated financial theft. Over 80% of U.S. small businesses have experienced a data or security breach. These are not random attacks anymore. Criminals study your social media, learn your vendor relationships, and time their strikes perfectly. The question is not whether you will be targeted, but whether you will recognize the attack when it comes. Your gut feeling about suspicious emails could save thousands. This is not just a big business problem. In the next video, we will give you one immediate step to protect your cash. Don't miss it.